In this video, we will see how we can use the precedence and dependence options of Microsoft Excel's Go-To Special Selection feature. Here we have dummy data. We have used formulas to do calculations in some of the cells. For example, the value of battery capacity needed is calculated using total power consumption, the battery voltage value, and the backup time required. Suppose we want to select the cells that are used to calculate the battery capacity needed value. For this, we can use the precedence option in the Go to Special. Let's see it. Under the Home menu, click on Find and Select. Select Go to Special. Here we have the precedence option. Let us select it. We get two more choices to select from: Direct Only and All Levels. The Direct Only option will select only those cells used to calculate the value. Like in our example, this 250 value is directly calculated using a formula that contains this total power consumption, battery voltage, and backup time required. We can see the cell address in the formula bar. So these three cells should be selected. Let's see what happens by clicking OK. We can see that the immediately preceding cells, used in the calculation, were selected. So we can say that Direct Only option is to select the cells that are directly used in the calculation. Now let us see what happens if we select the All Levels option. As the name suggests, All Levels should select all those cells that are directly or indirectly used in the calculation. Like here in our example, this 250 is derived directly from these three cell values. But this 600 is derived by summing all these cell values in this total power column. And the total power column is derived by multiplying the values in the power and units column. So we can say that this 250 value is directly derived from these three cell values. And it is indirectly derived from all these values. Here multiple levels of calculation substitution take place. So, the All Levels option should select all those cells from which it is directly, as well as, indirectly derived. So all these cells should be selected. Let's verify by clicking OK. We can see that all the expected cells are selected. So we can say that all level options will select those cells that are directly as well as indirectly used in the calculation. We have a shortcut key to trace the precedence. Right now this cell containing the formula is active. If we press Ctrl+, the opening square bracket, its immediate deriving cells will get selected. If we press these shortcut keys again, then it will trace back to the next level of deriving cells. And so on. We can also trace the precedence graphically. Let me make this cell active again. We will trace its precedence. Under the Formulas menu, click on Trace Precedence. Arrows will show its precedent cells. So 250 is derived from the cells containing values 600, 12, and 5. If we press the Trace Precedence again, it will show the next level of precedence. So the value of 600 in the cell is derived from the values in the cells of the total power column. Press the Trace Precedent again. The next level of preceding cells is shown. So, the total power column in turn is derived from the values in the power and units column. Pressing Trace Precedence again does nothing because there are no more preceding cells left. So in this way, we can trace precedence of a cell graphically. Now click on Remove Arrows. All the drawn arrows will disappear. So this was about precedence. Now let's see dependence. As the name suggests, it should select the cells whose value depends on the active cell. Let us see with an example. Suppose we want to change the number of units of fan. But before making any modification to its value, we need to check which other values are dependent on it. Because changing its value will change the values of all the cells that are dependent on it. So let's check for dependence. Under the Home menu, click on Find and Select. Now click on Go to Special. We will select the dependence option. It also provides us with the same two choices to choose from: Direct Only and All Levels. We will first see the Direct Only option. As the name suggests, it should select the first level of the dependent cell. So if we change the number of units for the fan, the first level of dependent cell value that will directly change is its total power. Because it is the multiplication of power and units. Press OK. We see that the expected cell gets selected. Now let us check the All Levels option for the dependence. As the name suggests, it should select all the cells that are directly or indirectly dependent on the current active cell. Here, if we change the number of units of the fan, it will directly change its total power, which in turn will affect the total power consumption value, because it is the sum of all the values in the total power column. Change in this will result in a change in the value of apparent power consumption, because it is a division of total power consumed by the power factor. And change in total power consumption will also change the battery capacity required value. So, all levels should select all these cells. Let's click OK and check. So as expected, All Levels option selects all the cells that are directly as well as indirectly dependent. So this is how we can look for all the dependent cells for any cell. The shortcut key to traverse through all the dependents is Ctrl plus closing square bracket. Here number of units for the fan is selected. On pressing Ctrl plus closing square bracket, will select the cell that is directly dependent on it. Press the shortcut keys again, it will select the next level of the indirectly dependent cells. And so on. Since there are no more dependents left, we get the warning pop-up box. Press OK. To trace the dependence for a cell graphically, click on the Formulas menu. Then click Trace Dependence. The first level of the direct dependent cell is displayed with an arrow. On clicking Trace Dependence again, the next level of indirect dependence will be displayed. And so on. Since all the dependents are covered, nothing more will be displayed. To clear all the arrows, click on Remove Arrow. So this was all about precedence and dependence selection options under the Go to Special feature and also tracing them. If you liked the information then, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your time and patience. Have a nice day.